judge will decide whether or not Georgia's election system is constitutional. Election integrity activists say the current election system, which uses those touchscreen machines, is vulnerable to attack and has operational issues. Activists would like the state to switch to hand-marked paper ballots tallied by scanners instead. All of this, of course, stemming from the 2020 election, where allies of President Trump say the Dominion voting systems machines were used to steal the election from him. That trial is set to begin on Tuesday.
And the U.S. Supreme Court has agreed to review a Colorado court ruling that bars President Trump from appearing on the state's Republican primary ballot. This politically explosive case thrusts the Supreme Court, whose 6-3 majority conservative includes 3 justices appointed by the former president, into the middle of the 2024 presidential election. Our Tom Dempsey is live outside the Supreme Court this morning with more. Hey, Tom.
Hey, good morning, Kelly. Yeah, just hours from now, the Supreme Court will be meeting for its first day of oral arguments in 2024. This year already shaping up to be a very big one for the High Court, as exactly 1 month from now, the justices will hear oral arguments in that Colorado ballot case involving former President Donald Trump. The justices will be the ones in charge of determining whether or not Mr. Trump's name can appear on primary ballots. The whole case revolves around the 14th Amendment, Section 3, which dates back to 1868, just after the Civil War, and took aim at former Confederates by barring people from holding office if they helped or took part in an insurrection after taking an oath to the Constitution. Whatever the Supreme Court decides could impact over a dozen similar cases filed around the country. While states like Michigan said the Republican Party can put anyone it wants on a ballot, the Colorado Supreme Court and Maine Secretary of State believe Mr. Trump's involvement on January 6th can be considered taking part in what they describe as an insurrection. During a recent rally in Iowa, former President Trump warned about the impact of the High Court's decision, even bringing up late Indiana basketball coach Bobby Knight and his reputation for angry outbursts when talking about Democrats casting doubt about the possible decisions from conservative justices. But over the weekend, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said she believed Mr. Trump played a key role on January 6th. Take a listen.
What they're doing is no different than Bobby Knight. They're playing the ref. I watched that. I said, man, they're really good. They're really good at it. And I just hope we get fair treatment, because if we don't, our country's in big, big trouble. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? I think so.
Yes, I think that he engaged in insurrection. I think that he incited an insurrection. And again, that he would not stop what was going on. As his own people said, this is your legacy. Smoke coming from the Capitol is your legacy.
Oral arguments will be held February 8th in the building you see behind me here in Washington, D.C. In the meantime, though, the decisions out of Colorado and Maine will be put on temporary hold as this appeals process plays out, meaning for now, Mr. Trump's name can appear on primary ballots. Kelly?
All right, Tom Dempsey. Tom, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.